Okay, and welcome back to the Perfidious crew. We've got ourselves set up for a assault on the Golem airfield. And frankly, I thought about it, but I don't have enough confidence in my Golem. Oh, bring the pressure. It's like, nah, that just sounds like a bad Italian impression. It's like, no, my Golem impression is not good. I'm not gonna really even try it. It just sounds awful. So, just imagine Pete doing one because his is actually pretty spot on. I thought, when he's done a Golem impression in the past, that was quite funny. But yeah, mine, I'd like to think I can do some voices, but that's not one I think I pull off well in the slightest. There's you, go lean. Alrighty, we're gonna go off, haul to the airfield. Hopefully we can actually even get two intel ops, because as I was mentioning at the end of last episode, that is what we need. We need all of the intel. We need to unlock turret bonuses like nobody's businesses, particularly if we want to have any hope of taking on missions like the Vienna Flak Tower. We got to get Iskar a quad 50 that is built. That is of the topmost importance. Wow! Well done, Colonel Sherbert. Very much so. Everybody, refresh on the ammo. Wow, you were slow. That is very much appreciated, though, being able to see her very clearly with the khaki flight suit and understand, just visually that. Oh crap! Wrong button. Nope. We need you all going over here. Auto tag should recharge in time. We've still got a fairly long way to get through. We did get radio recon. That is a crap ton of flak. Holy crud. Ready for a hard right bank. Alright, run right down Flak Alley. Colonel, are you ready for some more killing? I feel like you probably are. Perhaps not. Give me a lean. Morning, are you even going to get this kill? Ammo. Come on, Iskar. Drop him. Drop him. Morning. Ventral turret now. Good man. Colonel, drop down. Nope. In position. There we go. We're not gonna tag those guys just yet. Takes a photo. There we go, keep using the ammo ability. Awesome. Reload. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, okay. So they want us to go this angle. I can work with that. Go ahead and clear that. Radio recon? Absolutely. Tag 'em up, boys. Colonel, your ammo supply looks fine. We are still on lean. Looking good. You're reloaded. Tag up a new heading. These fighters appear to be leaving us alone. We got the auto tag back ready to use. We are approaching the airfield. It would seem. Go ahead and call Spitfires. Drop it down. Any more lean? As long as you can. We're not going to get much out of you on the back end. Need you shooting more than you are doing lean. Oh, Spitfires are here. Good boys. Good boys. Defensive. Here we go. Alright. Open the doors. Fuck them all. Auto tag. Close the doors. Get on there. Get up top. Fine. Defensive. Really? That was it? Wow, Spitfires are amazing. Jeez. What's our situation here? 3 fighters, 12 o'clock. Nope, transitioning 11 o'clock. Colonel, get ammo. Back in. Focus incendiary. Thank you, Spitfires. You were awesome. Alright, we got Silvadell and Ornan both rearmed. Looking good. Defensive. Burn that incendiary. Defensive out of Iskar. Keep it coming. Ready up for recon. Come on, keep him focused. Corkscrew, now. He's lining up for a rocket attack. That's what that timer means. If you've never seen that, he's lining up for a rocket attack. AP ammo. Give me that focus. Come on. Come on. Yeah, that's how it's done. Good job, Iskar. Excellent. Low, emergency dive. Rearm, Morning. Rearm. Way back. What's your... Yeah, you're doing fine. Get on heading. What are we doing? Give me a lean. Oh, we're just at half tanks. We're totally fine. Oh my gosh. What was I even worried about? What the hell? Crash. Go lay on the bed. Morning, we don't even need you to lay on hands necessarily, but we're going to anyway. Because, well, I think Iskar's kind of taken a liking to your touch. Now you just be able to go and provide that first aid, as you call it, without any actual med kit or bandages or antiseptic. Just your natural touch, your natural musk, as it were. You know, just no one else, you know, quite has the gift that you have there, Ornan. We're just gonna let you do you. No judging. Oh. Yeah, get back to the station, Crash. What was up with that? Weird. We fast forward, please? Maybe fast forward. Can I please fast forward? That would be nice. I would appreciate it if you would let me fast forward. There we go. Go lay on hands with Poseidon. Everyone, top notch. We have 2 wheels this time. That is a nice change of pace. Certainly the last time landing without 2 wheels, you saw how bad that ends as far as everyone got injured horribly. But thankfully they all instantly heal. But it definitely is like, oh, you wonder why I take all the time. It's better to just be in the habit of doing that all the time instead of realizing, oh crap, on a short final, we only have 1 wheel and someone's about to die. Like, ooh, that's bad. I don't personally know for certain that someone can die on final, but I'm not one to try and find out. I've done enough stupid things in this game. That's not one I'm real keen to play around with. I would bet, though, that the crew member would probably survive fine, even if they went to 0 health. Because, like, oh, they're there, they'll get immediately res on the airfield, but it's still kind of bad on you. So the part of me that wants to try and play as smartly and efficiently as possible is going to be hypercritical and not view that well. But I'm certain probably within the actual gameplay it would be perfectly fine. I doubt you would actually lose anyone. But again, I'm not real keen to try and play that and find out. Hooray! Gilliam Airfield, 900 intel, yes. Give me more intel. 600 intel. 60. I'll take the bonus. Yeah. Recon photos. Another 125. Wish we'd been able to get more. 250 would have been even better. Super happy that they both have HE ammo right now, along with the AP ammo. And we are super close to getting Colonel Sherbert for AP ammo. Silvadell will get there eventually. I think he'll have it by probably the end mission. He spends about as much time on a gun as Colonel Sherbert does these days, so there is a significant XP difference between the two of them, but I think he's going to close that gap. We do have the Mark 52 with ammo feed. We're going to go look at that. It's going to definitely save us weight. If weight was a absolute huge concern, that would be certainly the swap to be made. The problem is that it's going to lose us a lot of DPS, and weight is not a huge concern at the moment. Again, saves us weight, we lose DPS. This will bump us up DPS and continue with the current weight deal that we have, so we're going to go ahead and make that change. And, yeah, same deal as the top turret. These two see way too much action, and I would frankly rather have the longer belts, particularly on the nose turret. Until we hit quad 50s, I think that's the smarter call. Everything else is Mark 5. We are not doing the dinghy anymore. Yeah, alright. I think that all looks good. Let's look at the briefing, and this is going to kind of determine, are we at the point that we start doing missions that require high altitude? Mission, high risk, enemy armor is down, and we have any ace stuff? Nothing with aces. Enemy ace and the Vienna flag tower. Oh, crap baskets. I really don't want to go that mission. That is, it's going to cost a, well, we've got the money. We can buy the cold weather gear. The problem is the aircraft going to be able to sustain that? Because that requires a lot of DPS. Our crew is leveled up to where they can handle it. I don't think the aircraft is where it needs to be, and that's because we are lacking on intel. Our engines are about as good as they're going to get. It is just, we need more intel to get the better turrets. We gotta get that quad 50 on the back end. That is super freaking critical to making those kinds of missions feasible. Enemy ace for the Doodlewoods? We've got the bonuses. I think we can go take on an ace. Gosh, I would really rather do it for a mission that has a higher intel reward, though. Okay, I went ahead and put a cut in there so you didn't have to see me hemming and hawing a bunch of waffling back and forth as to whether or not I was going to go do the Vienna Flag Tower mission or not. Long and short of it is, if you couldn't tell from a lot of my running around and looking at things, I don't think the aircraft is quite where I would like it to be for taking down the Vienna Flag Tower. It's also going to be even more challenging because we're going to be fighting an ace, but engaging an ace at high altitude, particularly one of these last two, should give us a few more options because we can hopefully at high altitude or medium altitude bring all 4 gun turrets to bear. Went ahead and, since we had a lot of weight to spare, we threw the quad Mark 4s on the ventral turret, so Silvadel can hopefully be able to execute well from there. Main changes on kit, since we're going to be at high altitude almost the entire time. Pete is now rocking electric mittens, heated boots. Everyone else is rocking either is all rocking thermal boots, and then they've all got electrically heated mittens. The main objective behind that kit is that Pete's, he was at 31 degrees with just the mittens and thermal boots, and so I had to bump him up, and that's mainly because he's, for style points, he's rocking the cap. If he'd had probably the helmet, I think that would have given him the 2 to 3 degrees we needed to get him up to the magic point of 33 degrees, and that's when everyone's going to be safe at high altitude. They're not going to have any hypothermia issues. They'll be able to continue for extended periods of time with that kind of a thermal rating. So let's go ahead and jump in. This will give us a bonus for the flak operation. That'll be helpful, hopefully, with the upcoming mission, but mainly if we have to attempt this mission and attempt it with an ace, damage down and armor down is really, this is the best possible scenario we're going to get until we grind for another 14,000 intel. And at least this gives us good intel. So, yep, we're going to do this and see how it goes. Alrighty. Normal song and dance. E. Go run. Everyone's gonna be massively slow now, unfortunately. Okay, they all got ammo belts. Good stuff. Hornin, go ahead and drop down. Give me another ammo. Gab him. There you go. Back on your station beside him. Gab him in the hole. There we go. Captain Crash, back to your station. Pete, get us airborne. Kaiser von Dusen. Okay, I think he's in an ME-262. It's the twin-engine jet fighter, unlike the ME-163s? I think it's the 163. I looked up some German fighters, or, you know, a while back, before starting up on this play session, and it was to try and refresh my memory on some of those. It's like, alright, I used to know a lot of these. I really did. Alright, at least we got lean going, so if we're going to do our climb, we want to do it while we've got the lean. Plenty of stars out, although I think Poseidon is still navigating us. Yeah, predominantly off of ground. We don't have the stars kicking in just yet, even though obviously you and I can see plenty of stars. Alright, let's go ahead and tag up the first 2 fighters of the day. Got a Mark V radar, so they're way off. Not sure if they're going to actually engage us or not. We will see. We're still not even halfway across the channel. So, not going to use Captain Crash's radio for recon just yet. I want that really when we're right over the main area of concern here on the French coast. So, getting into this area, this is more the Netherlands and Belgium at this point. Still Nazi-occupied Europe, but, you know, once you get into this area, I'm like, alright, that's less France than anything else. Certainly lots and lots of active flak going on. Poseidon's getting plenty of hazards added to the map. Lean's back up, we're going to continue to burn on that. Job, Silvado. I'm going to go ahead and keep Ornin on the lower turret. We do have 4 belts up there. Go ahead and tag up some fresh targets. 3 ship of bandits over there. Silvadel's still giving us, alright, let's go ahead and radio for recon now. Gotta be navigating almost entirely off stars at this point. Yeah, 100% on stars. Heading. Yeah, plenty of threat circles to worry about. Here. Normally for this ingress, I would probably not be quite this high, but if it's a Grand Slam bomb, there's really nothing we can do to not have to be at high altitude. It's the only way this bomb is effective. I am not liking quite how much cloud cover there is between us and the ground, so the idea of trying to drop this one bomb accurately on a target is going to be a little bit challenging. If the target area looks something like this. Which, considering everything we've seen up to this point looks like this, I'm gonna guess the target area is gonna look something like this. The game designers don't exactly have, like, varied weather patterns and groups. It's not like, you know, oh, we're just passing over a, you know, a low front or something like that, and then it's gonna clear up later on. Alright, Silvadel's a little cold, but he's not losing any health because of it. Alright, there's our guy. Silvadel, I'm gonna go ahead and pull you off. I want the extra gun. I'm gonna continue towards the target, but if need be, we will pull off and try to focus this guy down. Huh, Silvadel, you are still suffering from hypothermia. That stinks. Other people are at 33, and you also have 33 degrees of protection. Yet for some reason, you're suffering. It's weird. Pete, go ahead and drop us down. We're gonna be a little bit stupid here, and we're gonna go pick a fight. Alright, so then I need it over here. Take me over there. Alright. We got Colonel Sherbert already pre-selected. She should get the first couple of shots off. Hopefully with a bit of incendiary ammo will get this guy kicked off. Focus AP. Morning, focus HE. Wait for it. Corkscrew now. You guys aren't gonna hit shit flying like this, sadly. Silvadel, focus incendiary. Give me HE ammo. Come on, Iskar, bring him down, bring him down. That HE should do the trick, come on. Take him down, Iskar. Yes! Well done. Unfortunately, we just kind of hosed ourselves for being able to effectively navigate, but... Alright, Silvadel, over here. You're not hurting for health, thankfully, but... Alright, and everyone needs a reload. Captain, sorry, Colonel, we are not going to utilize you for... Oh boy. Do we know where anything is? We know where absolutely anything is. Okay, well, let's get back on course. We're not going to be able to effectively navigate by star, sadly. I don't know. We got enough fuel. We may actually just tool around over the target area until night returns. Sadly, that may end up being the case. That may be the best way. We do have a optional photo op, and I think we're gonna go ahead and deal with that. Yeah, because we have to kill time until we can get Starlight, because there's no other way, I think, right now that we're gonna be able to effectively deal with the targets. Alright. Colonel Sherbert's almost back on station. Warren, I want you to reload that top turret. Focus incendiary. Got more fighters launching. Warren, back on the low turret. Colonel Sherbert. Drop down on the hull. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Click. Alright. Back on the gun. Tag that fighter. Alrighty. Still on lead? We are. We are, in fact. Wow. Shooting those Fokkers, I think it's the Fokker 60? Or the Fokker 65? It's difficult to remember with these, you know, the Stukas, the Fokkers, like at range, it's like, all right, well, it's a single engine, you know, prop fighter. If I can't see the wings clearly, to me, that's the most differentiating thing between them. And, you know, the kind of low-res pixels in this game is hard to tell at a distance unless they, like, zip right over the plane, and I could probably spot it to figure out what the low-level fighters are. Oh, where's that tag? Is it down there? Oh, it's behind us? Oh, it must be behind us. There we go. It's going in on our butt. Alright, Iskar, give him the business. Yeah, didn't even have to use special ammo. It is one nice thing that our guys are so gosh darn accurate with these high-level gunners. Especially, it's like the enemy comes in straight and they're not jinking and diving and stuff. We do very, very well for ourselves. We're going to probably have to dive back down and continue to maintain lean. I would love to get us to be able to stay at high altitude. That would be very nice, but I don't think we're going to be able to pull it off, frankly. Until enough time passes that we're... oh, man, we are far from base. We're doing fine on fuel. We still have over half the fuel that we left with. Plenty of flak. Let's go ahead and get a radio for recon. Me off right at target. Okay, more right of target. Until we can get at high altitude, I do not want to mess around with these threat rings. Bang. Brutal. Simply brutal. Alright, radio for recon's already been popped. It did at least give us an additional group of the threat rings. Alright. Convenient. I like that my heading change is right into some new fighter contacts. We'll deal with them toot sweet. Alright, I guess since we're, you know, in Nazi-occupied airspace, mach schnell. And my German's pretty laughable. Go ahead and light him up there, Colonel. Good stuff, Colonel Sherbert. I like it. That's also saving us some ammo. Speaking of which, once that wears off, I need to double check your ammo status. Alright, we'll set ourselves up for a slow left-hand bank here. Colonel, what is your... you got 2 full belts. I am not going to worry myself with that. I think being a belt down is not the worst thing in the world at this exact moment. Alright. Keep the lean going. It's almost recharged. Silvadel, this entire mission basically rides on you being able to effectively manage your fuel. As we are deep in enemy territory, and we're going to be screwing around, sadly, for a while, trying to get to the point where we can eventually navigate at high altitude. Right now, it's not happening. Alright. Give me more recon. Captain Crash, what you got for me? Up here, okay, so we've got a wall of flak, heading ourselves off towards the target still. We're at least aware of that. We've already got the bonus objective, so once we do bomb the flak tower, we should have no problems whatsoever just directly egressing and getting the heck out of Dodge. Ornan, how's your ammo? Alright, what's the top turret looking like? Full up. Alrighty. Go on 2. That's a lot of active flak. Radio for recon needs to recharge sooner, and we are going to go to the right. It's at least approaching dusk. We're starting to see some weak stars start to peek out. I'm going to go ahead and begin our climb. So everything that Wing Commander Biggins just told us is basically that if we do not have completely full high altitude on Pete's gauge, so that's this blue arrow here, and we drop the bomb, like, even if we're in a dive or it's like we're just a little bit below, it's not going to count. Basically, it needs enough, you know, altitude to gain enough peak velocity and hit this target and penetrate before the bomb actually explodes. So that's what they're going for. That's what they're trying to push us to do. At this time, we're just going to go ahead and dodge around the target using custom waypoints while we've still got the ability to navigate, which I don't think, yeah, Poseidon J, yep, and you're now useless to us. So we're just going to continue on this heading for a while until the stars kick in, continue on lean plus. Give me more radio for recon. There's got to be tons of threats around this area. We are right by the Vienna Flak Tower. I honestly would have hoped we'd see more of this, you know, Austrian Alps around this area, but you know, they can only model so much for these maps. So we've got the low moon. The sun is already setting. We don't have any actual starlight yet that we can use. We're almost at peak altitude. We can't even just like take a general north heading. That would be my solution to the current situation, but I don't think we're gonna be able to pull that off. From Sherbert, since we have absolutely nothing to do for the next long bit, go ahead and do that reload. Silvadel seems to be doing a lot better with the temperature, and we are stable, so we are effectively doing exactly what we need to be doing. What, okay. Here's our custom heading. Go ahead and head right for the target. Need to get a view of what kind of cloud cover we're dealing with here. Hopefully, this will, you know, clear up a bit, maybe? Alright, once we actually get a spot on the target itself, I'm going to call for Spitfires. We're going to save the auto tag for when the thing explodes, because basically about somewhere between half a dozen to a dozen fighters are going to auto spawn, and most of them are going to be Me-163s, which is the Comet. It's a rocket fighter. They basically ignited a was a solid rocket engine or a liquid? I think it was a solid, come to think of it, because that was more stable and consistent. They just flew around until they ran out and then sort of collided back to base. Okay, well, we can see the target here. It's going to be obscured by it's going to be obscured by clouds. Alright, Colonel, go ahead and drop down. Silvadel, get in the gun. We don't have to open the bomb bay doors, but we are going to have a hell of a time trying to see the target. Don't want to use Spitfires just yet, because obviously we are not going to be able to get a clean hit on this, are we? Yuck. Alright. Let me see if maybe we can get a better angle on it coming from this direction. Silvadel, I know you're not in the best of shape right now, but I need you a little bit more of a right hand. Okay, not enough of a right hand. There we go. Come in and we're going to try and use the lip of the cloud right there and maybe get enough. Okay, well, some of the clouds are clearing up. We're going to go ahead and try and come in at this angle here. And the clouds reappeared. I hate you, game. Why you make this so hard? Alright. Call the Spitfires. Give me a recon. Colonel, you think you got this? Flak, more flak, more flak. There's the target. I don't see the cloud bank yet. It's going to be obscured, I can pretty much guarantee it. 1 potato, 2 potato, drop. Alright, either this works or we just wasted a bunch of time. We got it! Sweet. Alright, Colonel, get up top. Gerbert. Sorry, Silvadel. Keep him at a distance. Can we do auto? Yep, give me auto tag. Good job, Captain. Captain Crash, keeping us alive. Alright, where are them Spitfires? Gerbert, incendiary. Warning. Keep using HE. Fix the number 1. Come on, Poseidon. There you go. Put it out. Back on station. And we're just gonna go all the way home. Wow, that was not nearly as bad as I was expecting. I guess having the fighters already on station with us really definitely helped out. Normally, that doesn't work out near as smoothly. Last time I tried one of the flak tower missions, literally like almost a dozen fighters came and lit the shit out of us. Of course, I think it was the Berlin flak tower was the one I did there, but anyway. Yeah, it was not a pretty picture. Alright, Silverado, go ahead and get on the couch. You are freezing your tail off. Got the nice enemy fighter destroyed. Like to see that. Alright. And this is a weird bug where you're gonna see this Spitfire just kind of stick around with us. I think I can make him go home if I do an emergency dive. Yeah. Something about he gets stuck at high altitude, or actually really any altitude. I've had it happen at low altitude as well. He just sort of gets stuck until you do a maneuver because he can't. He has to hold that 6 o'clock high position, and the path finding for the AI can't figure out a way to get around us given the required spacing for formation flying in this game, and it just sort of sits there and you just see him wobble up and down until we actually do a maneuver that lets the pathfinding figure out a way to go off to England. Okay, so go ahead and jump on that. I don't think we're gonna need you on the top turret anymore. I was really expecting like a gajillion ME-262s and like we already saw, like it only spawned I think 3 of the Comets, the rocket fighters. Sorry, this is very, very surprising because it's like, all right, I've done this mission, it's a bitch, and this is feeling way, way too easy. Morning, go ahead and give me some AP and focus. AP and focus for Iskar. Light this dude up. Excellent. 400 XP. Pow. You know what? Let's go ahead and drop down. There's really no reason for us to continue this. Give me some lean plus. We are running a little tight on fuel considering how far we have to get back. So need to try and keep Silvadel on his engineering station as long as possible. Also a good call for dropping down at this point, mainly not only so we can engage this a-hole, but we are losing Starlight. So Poseidon J is not going to be near as effective. We'll be derping around while giving us headings for ages and ages unless we get down low and give him some ground to see. Because apparently this is not enough ground. All these farm fields, all this stuff, it's like, no. 60%. Can we do a radio for recon? It just feels weird that there's literally nothing between, you know, this giant set of flak and this other giant set of flak, but apparently so. Somewhere over the, yeah, this would be the German Rhineland, I believe, this kind of general area. Lots of great beer, good wine, Alsace-Lorraine, fantastic wine country for France. I've never been a big fan of German Rieslings. They're white wines. A lot of people really get into them. I'm just not a person that likes white wine very much. Oh man, Ornan ran completely out of ammo there. Alright, so we'll have to try and restock that lower turret, but obviously at this altitude he needs to be on the upper turret. In that small time, I'm gonna go ahead and have you restock. Fresh ammo on the ventral turret. And give me incendiary. Wow. You are a death machine, Ornan. A death machine. And I just told Iskar the wrong thing to do. I need you on the couch, buddy. There you go. I just told him to reload, which, given he has an ammo feed turret, not a lot of use getting out of that one. Alright, give me a zoom. Deciding we're going to need a couple of custom headings from you. Alright, line us up. Yeah, your standard issued heading would have, you know, not been the best. I don't think flying right through the flat crowd. Pete's not going to be happy with you. He's going to be making a lot of your mother jokes as a result of that if you flew us right through a pair of flat clouds. Those threat rings, probably not where everyone wants us to be. Sherbert, give me focus incendiary. Okay. Oh wow, okay, they were already dead. Jesus. Well, that was a waste of your ability, my bad. But, didn't think they were gonna, you know, just lull that fast. Morning. Wow, do we even really need it? Yeah. Give him the AP. Wow. Devastating. Alright, Ornan, go on the couch. Yeah, no one else is wounded. Everyone else seems fairly good. We need lean plus again. Gotta stay on top of that. That is so easy to forget. I'm thankful, at least, you know, in my cross-check, I'm kind of like, okay, I at least have that small reminder of like, yeah, we're tight on the fuel situation. It could be a hell of a lot better. Gordon, how are you still wounded? Okay, now you're back. Oh, Iskar, stop standing around with your thumb up your ass. Get on the tail turret. Oh god. Warning. Drop to the ventral. Now. Okay, well, there you go. Warning. Back on the top. Back on the top turret. I think Iskar got that kill. It looked like that to me anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and give us a custom heading. We're gonna just line up on the Thames, give Pete a nice easy alignment. Don't have the incendiary, but we are gonna burn Colonel Sherbert's focus there. Oh, Sherbert, get a fresh belt. There you go. Honestly, anytime that Sherbert's been shooting, it's largely... Oh, and I just screwed up my own intention, which was we're going to give him a nice, long final setup from south arrival. There on the Thames. It's a small thing, but I would really love to see a wind component added to this game, just to sort of like, and have that be in the briefing, so you can kind of learn of like, okay, should we set up for a north arrival, should we set up for a south arrival, and sort of have that as a bit of a fuel management technique. As I'm not expecting the auto nav points to compensate for that, but I would like that to be like just a small little thing of like, okay, if you're paying attention, you can actually save some gas and go ahead and start using custom nav points to line yourself up, because they already reward custom nav points given how they run the flak rings, how they handle a lot of dealing with enemy fighters and such. Yeah, we are going to get into the red proper, but I mean, we're already super, I mean, the base is right there. We need to get over London and we'll be lined straight up. Alright, continue to use lean. Oh, and I should have put us on fast forward. My apologies to anyone actually watching. Really? You're not going to cut us a break? Okay. Well, that was annoying. Normally flying over the Thames, it lines us up on the base. Or it allows us to see the base. That's typically kind of a non-issue. Alright, so we need to be a little bit north of the Thames for the year. Still on lean. Good stuff. Everybody's healed up. Ornan, you're not in the ventral. Good. Okay. Last thing I want to do is have someone get horribly mashed just because, you know, we have a gear failure or something. Well, that, you know, I mean, for all my hemming and hawing, I mean, that was not nearly as bad as I had been predicting. It seemed to go extremely well. And we got an ace kill out of it. The top ace, in fact. Oh, fantastic. Iskar, you can claim that kill. Reasonable amount of intel. Not enough, frankly, but a reasonable amount. I am curious if the click-clacking of Gunny's claws, or nails, walking across, came through on the mic. Let me know. It is raining cats and dogs here. Well, at least, you know, for Tacoma's standard. Anything above a mist, which is like ever present, suddenly becomes, you know, heavy rain to us. Wow. All right. Poseidon J, 12 on the nav. That's pretty solid, man. Captain Crash, pretty solid as well. Also on the you know, high level stuff. Pete's doing well as well with his piloting skill. But yeah, definitely the high gunner skills, like that's always improving their tracking, and obviously we got to see hard evidence of everything that I said. Like the crew is more than leveled to be able to handle that mission, obviously, with, you know, how immediate they were able to take out every single fighter that wasn't an ME 163 or 162 or 262. ME 262 is the dual engine jet fighters. Man. So Silvadel already at a 9, and Colonel Sherbert, she'll be getting her level 10, and she'll be getting AP ammo in, I'd say, probably 2 missions, I'm thinking, if we put in some good XP. Alright, we got lightweight Mark 5, so Pete and Colonel Sherbert are going to be getting a little upgrade. I don't think I'm going to get the radar Mark 6. I don't frankly see the point. Because, like I've said, I mean, I've completed the entire game, and we only had a Mark 4. Mark 5 is definitely appreciated, though, because, I mean, the extra 500 in range is not, you know, unnoticeable. Okay, well, on that, we've completed the Vienna Flak Tower, one of the harder missions. We also took it an ace in the process. Certainly, the enemy armor and enemy damage down was very, very helpful on that, although the numbers were not anything like what I've seen in the past. So, hope you enjoyed that episode, and we'll catch you next time.